Let's play a random song. Carnival is over. Dead can dance. Beautiful. What's up, guys? Welcome back to Just JP. My name is Justin, and today we're listening to Joni Mitchell with her song A Case of You. This is from her album Blue, which is her fourth album, which was released in 1971. Now, this is a viewer's choice, but to be frank, there are just too many of you who had recommended this song. So instead of going down every single name and looking for them all, I just want to say thank you for recommending the song. I want to take this video and this time out very briefly just to talk about the virus. You know, it's going around. I know a lot of us are affected. You're probably affected. I'm affected in a way as well. A lot of us are going to have financial problems, maybe economic problems, problems with our jobs. Our health is the biggest thing. We all have to do our part in order to keep the numbers down and keep the cases down. Wash your hands, keeping away from each other as much as possible, not being in huge groups. I'm kind of half affected. I work two jobs. One of them isn't really affected. One of them kind of affected. We all have different difficulties that we're going to be going through. I hope that the videos and the channel is at least some comfort if you just need something to look forward to for the day. So I hope that you and your families are doing well. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching in the first place. It means so much to me. You can join me on Twitter. You can join me in the comments down below. And let's do this. This is Joni Mitchell with A Case of You.
Just before our love got lost, you said, I am as constant as a northern star. And I said, constantly in the darkness, where's that at? If you want me, I'll be in the bar. On the back of a cartoon coaster, in the blue TV screen light, I drew a map of Canada, oh Canada, with your face sketched on it twice. Oh, you're in my blood like holy wine. You taste so bitter and so sweet. Oh, I could drink a case of you, darling, and I would still be on my feet. Oh, I would still be on my feet. I am a lonely painter. I live in a box of paints. I'm frightened by the devil, and I'm drawn to those ones that ain't afraid. I remember that time you told me, you said, love is touching souls. Surely you touch mine, 'cause part of you pours out of me in these lines from time to time. Oh, you're in my blood like holy wine. You taste so bitter and so sweet. Oh, I could drink a case of you, darling. Still I'd be on my feet. I would still be on my feet. I met a woman. She had a mouth like yours. She knew your life. She knew your devils and your deeds. and she said, go to him, stay with him if you can, but be prepared to bleed. Oh, but you are in my blood, you're my holy wine, you're so bitter, bitter and so sweet. Oh, I could drink a case of you, darling. Still I'd be on my feet, I would still be on my feet.
The way that Joni expresses emotion with just her vocals is, to me, absolutely insanity. The way that she can express sadness, love, loneliness, want. She can express each of those emotions and so many more in just a few lines. And not even lyrically. Lyrically, yes, 100%. But not even lyrically, just purely through her voice. And so much of that is due to her intimate control of her singing. Her range is great. She has a higher pitched voice that can sound so powerful and yet so sweet and delicate. And the way that the instrumentation sets up her voice is really nice because, like a lot of folk music, like a lot of acoustic music, the focus will typically be on the singer, on the vocals. Now, here it's no different. Absolutely, Joni is leading this with her vocals, but the instruments do a great job of setting her up with a nice layer of melody. And then in the chorus, when she says, I could drink a case of you, a little bit of drums, a little bit of stepping up in the guitar, a nice way to push her, to elevate her vocals and elevate the power that she brings in those moments.
And so sweet, oh, I could drink a case of you, darling, I would.
And those moments, as that chorus repeats, they come up just a little bit more, but never so much that it takes over from where the vocals lie, never so much that it becomes the focus of the song or of that moment, only as an extra instrumentation and an extra counterweight to her voice. As she brings up her volume and her tone, the instruments have to follow her.
I live in a box of pains.
Her delivery is stellar. I mean, I think that you guys will understand what I mean, but like in so many words, in just so many words, she just expresses so many emotions. That is due to her control and her abilities, her natural abilities and her training. Not only does she have obvious great control of her vocals and just her range and the way she moves between her notes, etc., yeah, that's a given. But can you imagine Joni writing these lyrics, okay? Writing these words down, and then a lot of people would run into the problem of so many words and figuring out how they're going to deliver them, how they're going to fit these words in, make them flow with the music, make them feel natural, make all the notes right. I think a lot of singers might have problems with that, even though they'll overcome it and come up with a great song and everything. I think that that can be a roadblock when it comes to writing music and then delivering, singing, and performing that music. The way that Joni delivers on the end of having certain words and stopping and slowing down certain syllables, holding certain syllables for an almost awkward amount of time, and then quickly and fast-paced delivery on some of them, it's a kind of playfulness that comes with the words and the writing. And I think it really comes across in this part where she says, I remember that time you told me you said love is touching souls. The way that she elongates touching.
I remember that time you told me, you said love is touching souls.
Then just the way that she dances around the notes. She brings an intimacy down when she quiets it down and she's talking about this other lady. She has this sincerity to her sound. It reminds me a little bit of what I heard with Tori Amos, maybe into an extent Suzanne Vega, with just the amount of honesty that they have in their vocals, the amount of honesty they have in their story, in their delivery, and what they're talking about, because they're talking about things that are personal to them. These aren't pop stars who are talking about things that are superficial. These are women, strong women, who are singing their heart out, who are singing straight from their heart. Their heartstrings are connected to their vocal cords, and they just open their mouths, and whatever comes out is true to them. And I've kind of mentioned this before when it comes to acoustic and some folk music, but this is a person with a guitar with very little instrumentation, and they are at their most vulnerable at that point. They are at their most naked at this point because all focus is on them, and they are there to tell their story. And if we go to the lyrics are also very, very well done in following a nicely paced story as well. Just before our love got lost, you said, I am as constant as a northern star. And I said, constantly in the darkness, where's that at? If you want me, I'll be at the bar. The way that this story is initially set up from the get-go, just before our love got lost. So their love ended. Their love got lost in the present. So now it's about the past. Just before their love was lost, before that relationship ended, he said, I am as constant as a northern star. He's something that she can always look to for hope and for guidance. He's always going to be there. That's what he was thinking when he said that. She says, constantly in the darkness, where's that at? If you want me, I'll be at the bar. So she was already done with that relationship at that point when she says that, because that was sassy. That was good sassy, you know what I mean? And then she goes on to talk about it. And from what it seems like, she's kind of reminiscing about the relationship. She's reminiscing about the good times, but also about the bad times. You are in my blood like holy wine. Your taste so bitter and so sweet. So bittersweet, there's good and bad. I could drink a case of you, darling, and I would still be on my feet. I would still be on my feet. She could, in a sense, become drunk in love with him, infatuated with him, but she would still be on her feet. She wouldn't be knocked over. When I had first saw the title of the song, I was thinking a case of you like she developed a case, like a sickness of him, like a crush, like not like a literal sickness or like a bad thing necessarily, but more like, ooh, I got a case of you, baby. You know, like where she says that almost in a flirtatious way, but then in the same sense, it's also kind of hurting her, like being sick. Now, even though I'm kind of wrong on that sense of things, it seems that I am at least partially right in that she realizes that, yes, she enjoys the time with him, but he may not be the best thing for her. And then a little bit of fourth wall breaking and a little bit of more personal touch in the song when she says, I remember that time you told me, you said love is touching souls. And then she says, surely you touched mine, 'cause part of you pours out of me in these lines from time to time. How personal for Joni to share that with us. Every time that she sings this song, part of him, part of that relationship pours out. Is this her way of singing the song, and as she continues to sing the song, every time she's a little bit further away from the relationship, like she feels further away, so she's kind of getting over it? Could be. Or it could also just be that every time that she sings this song, she still feels his presence there. And then in the last verse, she says, I met a woman, she had a mouth like yours. She knew your life, she knew your devils and your deeds, and she said, go to him, stay with him if you can, but be prepared to bleed. This other woman, she was in a relationship with him as well in the past. And she said, yeah, stay with him. Go to him if you want, but you're going to get hurt. At some point, you're going to get hurt. Joni realizes this as she is relating this story in the present. So Joni did go through this relationship. She did go through that pain at some point, because if we go right back to the first verse, she says, just before our love got lost. So this is all relating to us. This is all of Joni taking us back with her as she talks about the past, and her pants, and her past relationship with this person. It's a song of great honesty and great sincerity, and I really like it. And Joni's strong vocal performance really makes this one worth coming back to. Anyways, thank you all for the recommendation. I hope that you all enjoyed the song and enjoyed the video. Of course, if you did, you can share it, you can like it, you can etc. etc. I hope that you have a great day. Please stay safe. I will talk to you tomorrow. Bye.